in bottles.
Pop in bottles. I mean, the bottle's already been popped, but like maybe it'll pop again because I got the cork back in there.
Yeah, and it's still bubbly. Still bubbling.
Okay, we might have to like lean back a bit, be like super cash about this in order to fit in frame. But hey, we have these. Oh yeah, I started filming. Welcome, Shelby, to the Random Librarians channel. She is a random librarian, so this works.
What's even more random about it is that I'm kind of not a librarian, I'm more of an archivist, but
we need to
went to library school.
We need to refilm that. The audio on that is so shit. So we're gonna have to re-talk about you being an archivist and what that means. And this video is going to be extremely chaotic because we went to a bookstore today, so it's kind of a book haul. But we also went to Sephora and got this. So it's also kind of us dyeing her hair. And she's following the instructions by having it damp and towel dried. And I'm following the advice of the person at the store who had done it and said to do it with dry hair. Also that I needed less time than she needs because my hair is lighter. So this might be a complete shit show.
It might be. And we're also like kind of doing this for science in that like we're comparing our different results. But the problem is that we have very different hair colors, different hair lengths.
And we're following different instructions.
Different instructions with different colors. So, science, right?
Yeah.
Right.
There's also the fact that, like, I've always wanted kind of, like, subtle pink hair, but my mom's gonna hate this. So, sorry, Mom. I have more bleach upstairs also, so I can just get rid of it. But also, it's, temporary.
That sounds good. And also, conditioner.
Conditioner. Oh, it's a mask. It's a mask.
Yeah, it's a hair mask with color in it.
Also,
a color depositing mask, if you will.
These are the first two things of part of our haul, but yes. We did the masks, and then I got these glasses at Anthropologie because they're pretty.
They're really pretty. And it's going to match your hair.
And we have oh my god. So much is going to match my hair going forward. This is great.
It's almost like we planned it.
Except that we really didn't.
You're like, those are cute glasses. I'm getting two.
Well, we got the glasses first.
That's true. That's true.
And I need
so maybe it's fate.
Match.
It's fate.
You know?
Cool. So this is gonna go well. I know it.
Should we each do a book that we bought first, and then we can start doing hair stuff?
Sure.
And then we'll figure it out from there.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you want to start with the one that we both have?
We have one. Oh, yes. I do.
So this is what you brought with you, but I bought this today because everyone is buying it.
I think that if you have ever looked on Bookstagram or BookTube
within the last week, it's not ever. This book just came out.
In the last 20 years, since before YouTube was a thing, yeah, it's kind of necessary. Yeah. I got the book of the month one, hence the weird
corner.
But I'm counting it. It counts.
It counts. And I got the Barnes & Noble one because that's where we were today.
Yes.
Oh
no.
All of my books are a little banged up today, but it's okay.
Oh,
we still love them.
I'm really sad for you.
Also, I just love Tor. I love Tor so much. They publish such great things.
Yeah.
I did win a giveaway from them this summer and I haven't gotten it. And they haven't responded to me about that. But like, I love them.
Yeah. My hair is actively dripping.
It is. Look at that. Wait, no. I need to tell you what part of this was, though. Part of the giveaway was a fanny pack that says Bay on it. So like, I need that. And a Tor tumbler. A Tor marketed tumbler. And a book. So it's like,
I have a vision.
I'm following up. I'm following up consistently, being like, can I please have this? You said I could have it. Could I? But I also feel guilty because I'm like, you were kind enough to say I could have free things.
And then you did, so like,
demand the free things?
Yeah. I deserve it or something?
I don't know.
As soon as you said Tumblr, I was like, oh yeah, I had one of those. It was a great blog. I reblogged so many GIFs.
Oh,
recipes.
Anyways, we're not going to describe what Addie is because you probably know.
And if you don't,
you probably forgot.
This is the wrong place to get that information.
We said this was going to be chaotic. Alright, so let's do a little bit of this.
Okay. Oh god.
You look very cold. I think I made the right decision.
You probably did, but. But. Yeah. Okay. So, are we gonna get to it?
Also, this says nothing about gloves, and it didn't come with gloves, so we're just gonna make a mess, which is why we're using the outdoor chairs. In case my mom is watching this, we're not on the white furniture.
Oh, God. Once again, shivers down my spine thinking about that. It might have been also the cold water dripping down the back of your shirt. But also the idea of doing hair dye on white chairs.
In this very, like, white home.
It is very white. The good thing is you can get touch-up paint for that, like, so easy. We're not gonna get hair dye on the wall. Oh my God. Blood splatter.
Wait, are you about to murder me? What? You shouldn't give warning for that, Shelby.
You're not gonna do anything about it. Ooh, that's a very fun color. Ooh, I still have
wants to see. This is what it looks like.
I have a little.
Is this not how you? I took one off already because I played.
I'm not prepared for anything. You can. Yeah.
This is how do you?
It took me like 3 attempts.
Oh, look at it!
Maybe?
It's dripping. It be dripping. Woo!
You're playing a very dangerous game. That's a very nice ottoman. That
my parents got at a yard sale, and then my dad took the fringe off of it because my mom doesn't
thrifty.
Like it.
Oh yeah. Okay. So mine looks like chocolate.
Oh, it really does. Or
don't say it. I'm about to put it on my head.
I have headed my hair before, okay? That looked way more questionable than whatever you're doing.
It's very smooth feeling and luscious.
Oh, are we supposed to be describing what's happening?
I have no idea what's happening.
I'm probably gonna have pink hands after this.
I've
accepted it.
It's probably better than...
We should also probably grab a napkin before we touch any of our other brand new books. That
I did think about that. I did think about that. Maybe hair dyeing and a book haul together.
It's a great idea!
It's more than we signed up for, but...
I think it's a great idea.
The other good thing about this, it does not smell like hair dye.
No.
It's...
very subtle.
Yeah,
smells.
Benign. It doesn't smell chemically.
Doesn't really smell like anything.
I mean, it has a bit of like an herbal smell almost.
Yeah, but like nothing identifiable.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sitting here going like, it's bergamot for sure.
Oh, okay. It's identifiable. I take it back.
It's not bergamot.
Oh.
It's not. Oh.
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 It looks like you really don't know how to make a hot fudge sundae.
Well, I kind of don't.
I have so many hardcovers in this most recent haul, which is strange because I don't particularly like them. But I want to read these books, and they are only available in hardback. Unless any of these publishing companies want to send me any lingering advanced reader copies. I'd be about that.
I've been buying hardcovers because they're heavier, and in theory, I can work out and read at the same time.
No, that's literally why I read Sarah J. Maas. I made that joke on Instagram like 2 days ago. A week ago, because it was last Monday.
I probably read it, internalized it, and then spat it right back out.
On my YouTube channel so that they think you're funny.
Yeah.
It is all over your neck.
It's gonna be all over every part of me, guaranteed. I'm trying to be.
You have so much fucking hair.
I know. I
guess I've made the decision that we are swearing on this channel. Sorry, folks.
Listen, editing is a marvelous thing.
Editing is the bane of my existence. So we're allowed to swear.
It's life ruining.
Decided.
But... okay, one day I'll get through this process. It's gonna be like the scene hair with like the raccoon stripes.
God. Yeah. But like polka dots, because the lower sections might have it.
Honestly, I wanted those so bad at that moment in time.
I've just always wanted pink hair, and I've never done it.
Pink hair is so fun. They say blondes have more fun. They're wrong.
Well, I think when they coined that term, there were not pink hairs, because that was, what, the Marilyn Monroe era? Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, that movie she was in? Oh, I'm coming with
diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Okay.
History. That's what you get on Random Librarians.
Still need to read Evelyn Hugo.
That's a mistake that you haven't.
I know. I'm aware. Everyone tells me. If I get any comments on this video, I bet that's what they're gonna tell me.
I think this would be a very triggering video for any kind of like hairdresser, hairstylist, hair guru.
I don't think they're watching this.
You don't know that.
We're sorry.
Very famous.
I just spat everywhere. I'm gonna get one of the things that I that I bought from the store, because it's wrapped in plastic, so I can talk about it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I'm like super smart. I don't know if you know this about me.
How good are your editing skills?
I've got a master's degree.
In editing YouTube videos.
No, that was...
I did have to make a YouTube video for one of my master's classes.
I don't think I did. Why did you have to do that?
Oral history.
Oh, I definitely just got some pink hair dye on one that wasn't wrapped in plastic. Fuck.
Memories.
Anyways, I got this because I think people have said it was good. And I have not read any Brandon Sanderson. And it seemed like it was time. And I think Alex, Illiterate Cats on Bookstagram, just read this and really liked it. It is the Mistborn trilogy. Also from Tor, because I'm obsessed with them. They publish good stuff.
You barely missed out on saying something else.
Yeah, but I said we could swear, so...
Shit. She almost said shit.
It wasn't... I don't know.
This looks like brownie batter. That's exactly what it is.
What other brown stuff are you gonna make that?
It's like putting actual brownie batter in your hair.
Oh my god, what's going on here?
I think they just sold me $30 brownie batter to slather in my hair.
I've never had brownies that feel like this.
Have you ever... Okay, brownies? No, brownie batter.
What kind of brownie batter are you cooking with?
You gotta whip that shit real good so you get the air in there.
Yeah, this does not have air in it.
It does. It totally does.
Saint Souffle.
Souffle.
Suffle.
This is getting in my face. Good lord. So, let's talk about her behind her back. She's gonna cut this out anyway, though. Ingrid, you're gonna cut this out because there's water running, so I can say whatever I want. Okay, embarrassing stories about Ingrid. Number 1. One time.
Oh, editing's gonna be fun.
I don't know what I'm doing. Who am I? What does it all mean? Am I having an existential crisis on camera while, like...
Are you doing okay?
I don't know.
See, I thought I was really doing something with this idea. And then...
This felt like a great idea at the time.
Hands.
I was like, wow, that's such a unique idea. Let's do that. We're gonna have so much fun.
And it will be so seamless.
So seamless. There's gonna be no regret involved. We're so prepared for every moment of this. Here, let me...
You got some brown on your face.
That's why you come to this channel. Quality hair dye discussions. Puns.
Books who? Library what?
Yeah. It's all in the name. I mean, at least it's random.
Oh, very random. The most random. Alright, so we're gonna talk about some books while she helps me.
Oh girl, yeah, I am.
So, firstly, I have some spooky reads. So, I've actually been seeing The Regrets a couple of places. I've had it in my saved folder on Instagram for a while. Do you want this?
I do want that. Thank you.
What's happening here?
Cool. Yeah. I will, don't worry.
And it just seems wonderfully weird. Yeah. I've got Haruki Murakami for the millennial generation. Weird, tender, and full of magic is what Lucy Tan, author of What We Were Promised, wrote on the back. Also, it's just very cute. Look at that.
Anything compared to Murakami.
Samya.
Yeah.
So, playful debut novel about a love affair between the living and the dead. And I don't like necessarily romance. I'm working on that and like growing as a person, as a reader. But this sounds like it could be up my alley. And then we have Vampires Never Get Old, which is Tales with Fresh Bite. And from what I understand about this one, it is... Ooh, that was right against my scalp. Sorry. It is short stories told by an array of authors, including Marco Shiro, whose book I just read and loved. Please go out and buy Each of Us a Desert. I still need to get Anger's a Gift. But it's Marco Shiro, V.E. Schwab, so you're going to want to read this too, and a whole bunch of other folks who I'm very excited to discover. And it's vampire stories, but told with a twist. I think there are gay vampires and trans vampires? Lurking vampires of social media, the rebellious vampires hungry for more than just blood, the eager vampires coming out and going out for their first kill. Shit. And other bold, breathtaking, dangerous, dreamy, eerie, iconic, powerful creatures of the night. Live reading and live typing, things that I did not excel at in grad school. Remember when you had to like type searches? Yeah. Our like intro course. I'm just gonna talk about the other two things I bought because then you're still touching my hair.
Listen, girl.
You
missed some spots.
I can be blonde and pink. It's fine.
Okay.
I got Vicious Spirits because I just read Wicked Fox that I won as part of a giveaway, and holy wow, it was so very good. I think they changed the publisher for the second book. This says Putnam, and I'm pretty sure is that still there?
Yes, it's right there.
This was Penguin Teen. I think Putnam is part of Penguin, but like still weird. Anyways, this is book 2, and I needed it immediately, which is why it's in hardback, even though I don't love that. So Wicked Fox follows a nine-tailed fox spirit demon, so half demon, half woman, and she's also she's half human, half demon. Her dad was human, her mom was a fox spirit lady, and she is trying to like live with herself because she has to kill people in order to survive and like steal their life force every full moon. And then there's this whole thing about like she meets a boy and like has friends for the first time, and it's just so good. I talked about this a bit on Instagram, but like I have such a soft spot for K-dramas because a friend of mine introduced me to Boys Over Flowers when I had broken my leg. So I was like after school way later because I couldn't do like sports practices anymore because I was in a wheelchair, and then needed to wait for like the rest of my carpool. So we'd do homework and then she'd put on an episode of this, and it like takes your full attention because it's bananas, but also because you have to pay attention to the subtitles. So true. Anytime since then that I've been like stressed beyond belief, I have turned to dramas from like, you know, any kind of other country than England, America and England, like English speaking countries. I know how to speak.
Yes. Words?
Words are fine.
They're good.
So like that's been something that's really like helped me through a lot, especially like K-dramas because oh wow. Some of the plot points are just
chef's kiss.
And Wicked Fox says on the back that it pulls inspiration from both K-dramas and Korean mythology. So I was a big fan. I loved that book. It like made me grin from ear to ear while reading it. I laughed aloud. I gave the book a hug. So I needed book 2, and it just came out, and here she is. I'm pretty sure this one is following my favorite character from the first book. Yes, it's Lee So-min. I love her. She's a badass, and she's tiny, and she will also kick your ass.
Important.
So...
I will say that as soon as I arrived, as soon as I showed up, you were like, you need to read this book. This is very important to me. I love it so much, which I think says a lot because you have a lot of books.
I have a lot of books.
You have a lot of books. So, like, for sure.
And it shows how much I love you.
She cares that I read good books.
Just smacking your hair.
It's okay. I'm like...
The last book is one that I'm sure you've seen everywhere already. I like just got my library hold, and like within the first couple of pages I was like, nah, I'm gonna want this in form and not just in phone. So this is The House of the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. It's very, very pretty. This is the very last copy that they had at the store, and they gave me 10% off because he's a little battered, but
he has history.
It's okay. We love.
What?
So this is like a... Do you know about this one, Shelby?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Which means probably they know about it. But like, department in charge of magical youth. And he just is a pencil pusher. He follows the rules. And then he runs an orphanage full of magical children who cannot be in normal foster care. And from what I've heard, it just makes people's hearts happy. And I think we all need more of that right now, which is also why I gave you Wicked Fox.
Yeah, I definitely need more of that right now.
So, those are all of the books that I bought.
Yeah.
It was quite a haul for me. I normally buy like 1 or 2 at a time. But it's fine.
We're celebrating. Life,
This is,
books.
we have the week off.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
We took the week off.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but this is the first break I've had since quarantine started.
Yeah.
So...
I'm with you. So it's like very necessary.
Yeah, it sounds very backwards, I know, but it just feels like when you're working from home or like you have to be home anyway or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you don't have an excuse to take time off, but it feels like a good mental health thing to do.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of stress lately. And I was just like, I need to be able to take this off. I need to be able to relax and read many things and just hang out with
a person.
My dude.
That's me. I think she means me.
my library friend.
Yes.
Librarian bestie.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other.
Archivist bestie in real life.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't seen each other in quite a long time. And because we live in different states and...
Yeah. Although we really need to make a different video talking about ALA conferences.
Yes, for sure.
Because that was super fun.
Yeah, that's the last time we saw each other in person.
Yeah, I was thinking that and I was like, that can't be right. And then I was like, no,
it totally is right.
It's totally right.
Yeah. I'm a professional. Hi.
What?
That's a really good question. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, so the next book I got was also from Book of the Month, and it is Mexican Gothic.
I loved it.
It's by Silvia Moreno Garcia, and I've been wanting this for months now, but it feels like the right time, you know? Like it's getting colder out.
Spooky season.
Spooky season. The leaves are changing, and I want a Gothic novel. And this, as you can probably surmise, is a Gothic novel set in 1950s Mexico, which is really cool and interesting.
I don't think I've really read much Gothic that wasn't Irish.
Yeah,
or like British.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever read a Gothic novel that wasn't either American or British.
Oh, I got some Irish Recs for you then, if you want them.
Yeah.
They're not that different, but I got some Irish Recs.
Yeah. Gothic novels, though, they all have the same themes, so I guess, like...
Kind of.
Yeah, there's a reason it's a genre. They, like...
Yeah, but...
They have similarities and consistencies between them. But some of my favorite novels ever have been Gothic, so Jane Eyre, Rebecca, I don't think I've ever read Rebecca.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting your spiel.
Okay.
Please.
I will digress for Rebecca.
Go.
Rebecca is excellent. There's going to be a Netflix show that's coming out in like 2 weeks. It's not a show, it's a movie. Netflix movie.
I should get it when we go to the next bookstore.
Yes, absolutely. I love that book. It's It's slow pace. It's just like that eerie creepiness. And if you like just subtle things that make you feel uneasy, if you like just being a little creeped out and not knowing exactly why.
Weird version of if you like pina colada
and getting caught in the rain, then Rebecca is a great book to read. A lot of people are reading it right now for that Netflix show, and it makes me very happy.
A friend of mine is
more people should
reading it right now. I don't know if it's for the Netflix show or just because it is spooky season.
Spooky season.
But
yeah.
I think I completed Rebecca with Anne of Green Gables.
Those are different.
I know, but I just thought it was like a girl moves to the countryside kind of book.
Well, it kind of is, actually. So the basic premise is this young woman is, I believe she's like on vacation with her grandmother or something like that, and she meets this man. He's very charming, he's very handsome, and he is recently widowed.
Oh, so actually.
And yes, and they very quickly form an attachment and then get married, and she moves to his house.
No.
Where she slowly discovers the history of the house and also his wife, who had previously passed, named Rebecca. And so it's...
Oh, Rebecca's not her name?
It's not her name. In fact, she's unnamed. The main character is an unnamed character.
Oh.
Yeah. So...
Spook factor.
Spook factor.
Back to
yes.
Mexican Gothic. I'm so sorry.
Anyway. Yeah, set in 1950s Mexico. I just started reading it. I'm like a third of the way in, and so far it is serving me some yellow wallpaper, a little bit of like that, you know, Jane Eyre, like weird creaky noises in a dark, forbidding house. Basically,
incredible.
Perfect for October.
I love this book.
Perfect. Yeah. I don't think there's any way I could dislike that book, honestly.
Love it.
Just saying. Okay. So next up is a little cheeky romance. Get a Life, Chloe Brown, which I know a lot of people have been talking about, and I've been wanting to hop on that bandwagon so badly. This, as far as I know, is going to be very good. I don't know much about it. I do know that there's a very cute illustration on the front that makes me like it a lot. There's a cat. There's an adorable, like, dress. There's cute people doing affectionate things. I will read this book.
See, a friend of mine who talks about chronic illness representation a lot loved this book and the
that rings a bell.
One, and that makes me want to read it.
Yes. Yeah, because I have heard that there's good representation, which is always a good thing. Like, why wouldn't I want to read this? That's basically...
Also, I think the reason that I don't like, or haven't liked historically a lot of, like, romance, is that it's very whitewashed and, like, could be solved with just a lot of therapy.
Yes, and communication skills.
So, like, if you're gonna include people who are more aware and have other factors in their lives that are not just, like, me in book form.
Yeah, I gotta say...
I'm good at that. I want to read more about people who are not like me.
Yeah.
And how they fall in love.
Yeah, I've gotta say, I'm very happy with the way that the romance genre has been adapting to, I don't know, what people actually want to read
oh my God.
Nowadays. Because, yeah, it's definitely traditionally very white, very cis, very, like, heteronormative, and not much else. And, like, things have been slowly changing, but, like, now we have stuff like the Kiss Quotient, which has, like, I think the main guy is from a Vietnamese family.
She's in STEM.
Yeah, she's in STEM. She also, I think she has, what am I talking about? Autism. She's on the autism spectrum, which is like,
they fall in love. They fall in love,
and it's like, I don't know. It gives me warm, fuzzy feelings in my hollow heart. I need that sometimes. Next.
Wait, no, speaking of romance, that's the perfect transition.
Oh, that's true. Speaking of romance, as Ingrid suggested that I said. Speaking of romance, Heartstopper. This is Ingrid's copy, and I'm stealing it because...
All three. You are reading all three while you're here.
Yeah.
It'll take you like an hour.
It will take me an hour, and I guarantee I'm going to love every moment of it. I mean, it is so... Just flipping through it. Yeah.
Okay, so this is like my mini review, since I wanted to pass it on to you. So, Heartstopper. So, boy meets boy, boys fall in love, boys become friends, all that good stuff. But also, we have, in the other ones, other characters. So we have a lesbian couple, and they have their little bit story, mini comic, in, I think, book 2. And then in book 3, the mini comic is the love story between, or not the love story, but like a part of the love story between Tao and Elle is trans, and we love them. I want full novels for all of them, please. Full series. I want just this book series to go on forever. It is so good, Shelby.
Now you know why I want to read it.
From a not, like, previously described as not a romance person. So good.
It melted her frozen heart. And if that's not a great review, I don't know what is. I don't know. Next, another recommendation from Ingrid.
Sorry.
So this is going to be, I think, shocking to people that I have not read this. Not that anyone knows me, but
they will. By
I feel like everyone. I feel like everyone on BookTube or Bookstagram has read these at some point because they're just apparently
all
really freaking good, and they're always there. Yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah, so Six of Crows, the Bardugo. I love me some YA fantasy. I love me some found family. I love me some, I don't know, freaking cool covers.
Also, anti-heroes.
Anti-heroes.
Yell at
I
us
like
in the
those.
comments. We don't know.
Both of those are wrong. And we just don't know it. Anyway, and it says that it's coming to Netflix.
So I'm actually...
Shadow and Bone is.
I'm confused because I rewatched the promo for it.
Are you sure you don't want to, like, get in here?
I don't want to put my hair-dyed butt on anything.
Okay.
Okay, so I rewatched the thing that they did like a behind the scenes with the characters, introducing the actors who were going to be playing the different characters. And I do think they did a pretty good job on the casting. I hope that Nina, when they showed her, it was like later in the series, because at the beginning she's supposed to be bodacious.
Interesting. Okay.
So I don't really know how that's going to work, but
okay.
They had characters both from this and from the other one.
You're still holding the magic eraser.
It's fine. They had characters both from the Grishaverse and from this duology. And I don't know how they're going to meld those two storylines because the characters in the Grishaverse are saints in this verse.
Interesting.
So I assume some time has passed.
Maybe it's going to be like flashbacky or like two different timelines and they're...
I don't know.
As someone who has never read any of them, I'm clearly the person to surmise how they're going to format the TV show.
I've only read in the Grishaverse, I've read the first one, which is Shadow and Bone, and like half of the second one.
Yeah. That is what it is. Ooh. Siege and Storm.
I'm halfway through Siege and Storm. I also have King of Scars in my room, but I think I'm more excited for this than I am for this, because this honestly feels kind of like a very basic YA. In that, like, the
Ruin
power...
and Rising?
These three.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The power was always within her, and...
Oh, yeah, so she's like a chosen one trope, or...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. I'm not opposed to that.
I'm not opposed to it either. But when you read these are so much more rich and so much more fun because she starts at the beginning being like, these are not good people, but you're gonna root for them, and they're not good people,
morally
and you
gray
root for them.
characters,
and they have like backstories that you give a shit about.
Good, because this is not going to be my first Bardugo novel. I really liked Ninth House. I just finished it, I think last week, and I loved it. I know it's very different from these, but one of the things I liked is that the characters none of them are quite good or like the worst evil villain you've ever met.
I think she's really like come into her writing.
Yeah.
Because the first series is very much like, she is good, he is bad.
Yeah. Which is like less my taste.
Although, we will have to read with Cindy's video about this because she texts people on Tinder using quotes from the Darkling, and it is the funniest thing I have ever seen.
There is quite possibly nothing I want to watch more in this universe.
Perfect.
That sounds incredible.
It's stunning.
I don't even know what he says. Or she? They?
The Darkling is
okay.
I mean,
is it they?
They use he in the book.
Okay, he. Pronouns are important.
Pronouns are important. We learned this at Simmons.
Yes, we did. And finally, because I don't think I will be creeped out enough by Mexican Gothic. And I just need a little bit more of that uneasy feeling. Will I sleep? I don't know.
We're on vacation.
I'm thinking of ending things.
And when you're done with that, I would like to read it, please.
Yes. I've heard that this is creepy times 1,000. I've heard that it makes you feel very uneasy, and those are things I really like. I think I told you earlier, but I'm not a huge reader of the horror genre because they get to me. They really do. Like, I'm fine with horror movies, but as soon as I'm reading a book, there's something about it, I will be scared. Scared.
So, I feel like horror movies now, like ones that come out, you know that they're gonna have a happy ending, or they're gonna have an ending that is happy, and then they set you up for the sequel.
Yeah, someone's gonna survive.
Yeah.
There's gonna be something, yeah.
Have you ever watched, I think I may have blocked out the name because I was so scared by this information. Please hold.
The framing of this entire video has been such a mess.
We promised chaos, and I think we delivered. Have you watched... Okay, found it. Have you watched Sinister?
No, I haven't.
Fucked me up. We decided to do... We thought we were cute in college. Junior year, we did Mindfuck Monday. And it started when we had those Mondays where we had no school. So you would have been a senior. And it was so snowy that every Monday we'd have a snowstorm, and every Monday we'd have school canceled.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So we did Mindfuck Monday, and it started out with, like, I think we did a double feature of, like, Fight Club and Inception.
That'll do it. That's also, by the way, a lot of content. That's hours and hours.
Oh, I'm aware. And then after that, we decided that we were going to make it scary. Don't know why. Don't know who suggested this. We watched It Follows, which is the worst horror movie ever created. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be like a monster as an STD. So, like, the person you have sex with, you pass the monster on to them. And then if the monster kills them, it goes back through the lines of, like, people who it was passed to, and it murders them.
Cool.
So weird. Yeah, I don't think we finished that one.
I don't know if that premise doesn't work for me, I don't think. I don't know. It
was very strange. But then we watched Sinister, and we started on, like, our 2 couches and, like, beanbag chairs because we were in college. And then by the end of it, we were all on the same couch. There were, like, 16 of us just being like, help. It was so scary. They made a second one. Yeah, you're terrifying right now also.
Creepy, spooky.
Spooky. It's your Lord. You are a horror movie extra right now.
I already have very witchy fingers to begin with. They're very, like, long and like those creepy old lady knuckles. I got that.
We got that.
So I'm thoroughly channeling Blair Witch right now. You're right.
Just gonna finish this off with us sitting together.
For the first time in like an hour. It's been a while.
We didn't think this video through, but we've gotten through all of our bugs. So you'll have to come back to a different video to see what our hair looks like. Because we have another video planned. We have a couple of videos planned, including talking about, how are we gonna describe Ekotar? The interesting journey of reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, the series.
A revelation.
I still have the novella to read. Shelby says I shouldn't.
I told her to spare herself.
We have that to film, so you'll see our hair then.
Speaking of horror movies, tune back in next time.
Yours is gonna look great, at least.
We don't know that.
I'm pretty sure. Anyways, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Ooh.
And
cheers to me.
I already did a cheers to you.
I love myself.
Self cheers. Okay, on that note, we'll see you soon. I hope you enjoyed this chaotic haul of a video. But here we are. Yes, we hauled the hair shit, we hauled this, we hauled these books everywhere. And we got hair dye.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
But not on the furniture.
Okay, bye!